I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up button real hard, and make sure you subscribe to Comic Movie Marks.
And also click that little bell for all of the notifications.
Whee!
Always remember,
if Trailer Trash can do it,
anyone can do it.
The following announcement has been paid for by the Comic Movie Marks. Hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
This episode, we're going to take a closer look at the somewhat controversial Toby Emmerich quote discussing the DC Playbook.
A lot of people have been talking about this. Toby Emmerich spoke with The Hollywood Reporter, and he said, "We all feel like we've turned a corner now. We're playing by the DC Playbook, which is very different than the Marvel Playbook. We are far less focused on a shared universe. We take it one movie at a time. Each movie is its own equation and own creative entity. If you had to say one thing about us, it's that it always has to be about the directors." Sorry, I couldn't make it through with...
That's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. What toes, that is. But the fast ones get right by you. Keep your ears open.
Yeah, that sets up a wonderful punchline. Oh, always about the directors, huh?
Hi-yo!
What about fucking Zack Snyder? Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people freaked out about this. I've seen some people complaining about it. Obviously, the irony, even in the Screen Rant article, I'm reading this off. They even point out, it is, however, somewhat ironic how this came to be Warner Brothers' decision for the future DC movies. Snyder has his own specific story in mind, but was forced to alter the speed and trajectory to fit in Warner Brothers' universe building. And also that this is really nothing new. I wanted to point this out. So some people were upset by it, but it's nothing new. We heard this almost a year and a half ago from Jeff Johns and Diane Nelson. It was in a Vulture article. And they said almost the same thing. These are talking points at this point. Kevin Tsujihara, a while back as well, he said on January 11th of 2018, everybody was talking about how they're no longer going to copy Marvel. He said, Warner Brothers needs to continue doing what they've always done, producing the biggest, most diverse slate in the business, Tsujihara said. That's what's made us successful. We can't do what Disney's done. It's worked really, really well for them, but it's not who we are. We need to continue and create a balanced slate for all types of movies and all genres. Sound familiar? And then you go back to that Vulture article with Diane Nelson and Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns saying, the movie's not about other movies, says Johns. Some of the movies do connect the characters together like Justice League, but like with Aquaman, one of their next efforts out in 2018, our goal is not to connect Aquaman to every movie. And then Diane Nelson says, moving forward, you'll see the DC movie universe being a universe, but one that comes from the heart of the filmmaker who's creating them. These are talking points, people. Even in the old guard, they're saying the same shit that they're saying now. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just leave it at that. They're making a random Birds of Prey movie. They got Shazam. They got Wonder Woman 84. It looks like they're going to abandon Cyborg as it is. They're going to do the Joker movie. They're just going to make movies at this point. Whether they're good or not, who the hell knows? But these are talking points. I don't even want to listen to these fuckers anymore.
Yeah, a video for another time, but there's been a lot of speculation as to what Snyder's original plans were, even as far back as before Batman v Superman, where he really wanted to go with Man of Steel and kind of the whole direction of the universe. And it's not, obviously, what we ultimately ended up getting. So it's very interesting to see it get forced in one direction, and then all of a sudden they're like, no, never mind. In spite of the director's vision and a direction that he wanted to take this entire universe.
As long as clickbait articles exist, there will always be a way to talk shit.
You know, as I said, oh, these are going to be the director's vision, and we're not going to do the shared universe similar to how Marvel's done it, and that worked for them. So obviously they're kind of taking a step back. They are a part of the same universe, but they're not going to have these intertwining stories, is what it seems like to me.
It's going to be simpler movies. Go fetch the trident. Go explore your new powers as a kid. End of story. Thank you. Ibbity ibbity. That's all, folks. In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. You're one of very few to make it to the end.
Yes, thank you very much.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Comic Movie Marks Podcast and hit the notification bell. You know, all these fucking YouTube channels say this shit, so I'm gonna say it now.
Yes, it's perfect. And if you want to hear our full podcast, you can check out our podcast on iTunes or any other podcast subscription service.
Make sure you subscribe. Thanks again.
Yo!